Welcome to my channel. These slides that are rolling by are an indication of some of the things that I cover on a regular basis in my videos. Once you have watched the video, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button and leave a small comment. It's really a big help to the channel. The YouTube logarithm, when it sees that, promotes the channel more and will be more viewers. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you for watching. Well, hello everybody. I am getting things ready to bring them back in the house. The hazelnuts, my winter squash, the onions, and garlic have all been curing in various locations, some of it in the cabin and some of it in the greenhouse. And they are nicely dried now and ready to be cleaned up and brought in, so there'll be several clips of that in this video. What you're looking at there now is my final harvest of chile de árbol, Mexican hot chili. That 4-tier herb drying rack thing that I have now has all 4 layers. Well, they're not packed deep or anything. They're in a single layer, but more than I'll ever use. And there are still those left in the greenhouse, quite a few. So if there's anybody in the local area watching this and you'd like to have some hot chilies, drop by and I'll go get them for you. Well, hello everybody. I'm out sitting on the doorstep in front of the cabin. You might be able to see Angel's head. She was sitting behind the camera, but as soon as I spoke she needed some attention. And you babe. I think the vegetables that I have been curing before I bring in the house and store them for the winter are ready. I'll show you what I'm doing here. So far I have the onions and the garlic out here on the step, and I hope to do the hazelnuts as well. So let's go on and have a little look at this and we'll see what's going on here. Angel had a bath yesterday and it loosened up a lot of hair. When I brush her now, there's clouds of hair that come out of it. It's good doggy hair, isn't it, babe? Well, there's not a lot of onions. They're an Italian heirloom variety called Rosa di Milano. A red onion that is supposed to be a good storage onion. So I did nothing to them when I put them away, as I might have brushed off some of the soil, but they've just been aging. We have a dog's head in the way here by some chance, huh? Anyway, all I'm going to do is cut the leaves off of them, the ones that still have leaves on, and maybe some of the outer leaves on the onion if they come off easily enough. But I'm not worried about that really. Anxious to see how well these store. They are supposed to be a red onion that stores really well. We'll know soon, I guess. So I'll show you what I get when I finish doing this. Well, there is my little onion harvest. As you probably can see, I took a couple of them right down to the onion itself, didn't leave any peeling on the outside. I'll use those first. Although in storage they will just turn that outside layer into a layer of skin. It's strange how the onion works. Now I'm going to tackle my garlic. I had a decent garlic harvest. I never get the terrifically large heads that you see other people getting. And it's a hardneck garlic, so you can't do a braid. It doesn't have a soft stem above the bulb. I got a fair amount. I'll show you when I finish some of the larger ones. That's pretty much, looking over at the pile there, I don't see anything any smaller than that. But that's got 1, 2, it's got 4, maybe 5 cloves in it, good sized cloves. So I'll show you the finished product. Angel has decided to do an inspection, I guess. That's where I was sitting while I was working, and obviously it's where she wants to be in the sun. Well, that's my garlic. Again, not a huge harvest, but really it's more than I'll be able to use before it starts to spoil in the spring, so it's good enough for me, I guess. Now let's move on and see what's next here. Well, the hazelnuts have been on the floor inside the cabin for, I don't know, several weeks, 3-4 weeks, something like that. And they're getting so that they're starting to fall out of the husks. Having said that, I'll pick one that won't come out probably. No, there it is. I just want to get them out of the husks. They continue to mature in the house, but it's a little bit more difficult than some of the others that I've tried. Here it's already showing. They're not a huge, I'm not sure what the variety is. They're not as large as some that you see in stores, that's for sure. Some of them are a fair size, but a lot of them are quite small. And I've cracked a few over the past week or two, and they are got nut meat in them anyway. Still a bit green, I think, but they will, once I get them all picked over, they will go in the house to mature a little more before I really start using them. I'll show you what I get when I finish here. Well, it's getting kind of shady and cool here. The door to the cabin's been open. Angel abandoned me. Went in, curled up on the futon, and had a nap. I have done all of the husking I'm going to do for the day. Let me show you what I've got here. That's half of them out of the husk. And that basket is full again. As I said, it's getting kind of cool here. I think what I will do is I'll take them up to the house, and the next nice sunny day I'll sit it on the deck up at the house and get the rest of them out of the husks. But it's definitely going to fill that bowl. I wouldn't dare fill that bowl. It's kind of a strange salad bowl. It had things like hands that you mixed the salad with, and they went down in those strange slots on the side. But I've used it for many things. I haven't used it for salads very much. Well, before I go to the house, I want to get a few potatoes, and I want to show you the winter squash. Well, that's my winter squash, buttercup variety. And since I picked them, they've been in that tray in the greenhouse. I like to have the stems well dried off before you put them into storage for the winter. They seem to last longer that way, so as you can probably see, the stems have really dried up quite a bit. They'll last for a couple of months, and I'll try to use as many of them as I can fresh. When I start to see spoiled spots on them or whatever, I will cut them up, cook them, and freeze them, but I don't like to do that initially. I like it much better if it hasn't been frozen, so they will go in my cold room in the basement. My potato containers are very heavy. They're wet. We've had a lot of rain. Hope that doesn't mean that it spoiled the potatoes. I've only got 3 containers left after this one, but I'm not so sure that there will be potato reveals. I may come out and do them all one day or something. It's not, we've had no frost yet, but getting close. I think the coldest we've had it is 6 degrees Celsius. This is very muddy, wet. Area is not too far from here. If you're familiar with where Campobello is, up around St. Stephen, New Brunswick, they had frost up there yesterday. And that was our coldest. Went to 6 degrees here, but it isn't far away. Well, that's not bad. Each one of these containers, no matter what size the container was, had 3 seed potatoes in it. So, got something down in there. Here's this one. And the variety is Kennebec. I think that's it. I will, well, I shouldn't say that too soon. I guess there's another one. That's probably the seed potato, I guess. Well, as I always say, I will weigh these and put the weight on the screen here. I think I better wash them before I weigh them. They're about half dirt. That's not bad. That'll last me for a few days anyway. Well, I think that probably concludes this little video. Can't think of anything else that I'm going to add to it anyway, so thank you very much for watching.